Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome. And since it's our time coming back together after a while, or you might not have been doing your practice, I'll be gentle. So let's start out by just sitting comfortably and just tuning in. I just want you to have a soft gaze or eyes closed and just sit in any comfortable position. If you're in a chair, seated, you have your legs out or folded. And just have a soft gaze. If you don't want to close you don't have to close your eyes, okay? And I just want you to go inside and just pay attention to your breath. Notice, without judgment, how you're breathing. Is it shallow? Is it labored? Is it smooth? And just begin to just notice how the breath feels and begin to deepen it. Just gently, without stress or strain. Start to expand your rib cage as your lungs fill with oxygen. And then I want you to scan your body from the top of your head down to your toes. And just notice how you're feeling today. What parts are talking to you, which parts you don't even know they're there till you pay attention to them. So just scan, go from your head, just not judging if you feel any sensation or no sensation in parts of your body. Just pay attention without judging. And then notice the quality of your mind. Again, without judgment, if it's busy thinking, if it's trying to settle down. Someone sent me something, I don't know if it was from Psychology Today, that our brain, our mind, is on 47% of the time, it's just randomly going places. So let's try to just pay attention to our mind and see if we could just focus and come into the here and now, very present moment. And then just know that even though we're virtual, that you're connected to yourself and to everyone on this video, all supporting each other, holding each other up, sending energy. And feeling your connection to your family, community, our connection to the world, our whole global community. And then coming back, we're going to start by warming up our joints. And so just shake out and move randomly. I love to shake out and go into movements that we don't usually do. Just notice wow, I don't really move like this, right? So that's the fun of Zoom. You can do whatever you want. No one sees you. You can you know, as crazy as you want to be. Good. And we're going to start just by, we're going to be massaging our joints and going up and down in our long bones. We just start with a little, you know, just a little clap on your feet. So put those feet. And then we're going to massage, bring some warmth to your ankle joint. And then up and down the long bones. I'm starting with my, this is your right foot. It's my left, but I will call it my right for this class. You can be on any leg, it doesn't matter. And then warm up those knees. A nice rub-a-dub round and round on the joints. And then up and down the long bones of the thigh. Good. You can even take your knuckles. Get really deep. Good. Just feel the difference in the aliveness of the 2 feet. Pulling my sitting bones back. And let's go to the other leg. Nice little slap, slap, slap. And then massage those ankles. So whatever we do today, it's important to take care of yourself, to make this a loving practice, not a judging practice. We're all on a journey. Yoga is not a destination. Okay, up and down. Good. And warm up those knees. And then up and down the thighs. Take those fists. Beautiful. And just slap it up. Feel your legs. Just come back for a moment onto your elbows and forearms and take your, I'm going to start with my right, and just rub your calf muscle. I love this one. Always some interesting sensations in there. And then the other one. And then slap your feet if you can. This is the seal pose. R. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Kick your butt. Shake, shake, shake. And then we could come back, bring your sitting bones back, and sit in any comfortable position. I'm going to bring my right leg. If you could bring your right leg in front, that's how we're going to start. But you can shift and release it anytime. One of my teachers calls it bus stop yoga. Get off at your stop. So bring your sitting bones back. Okay. And, feel how vibrant. I don't know about your legs, but I'm really feeling tingly. And just give yourself like a little torso massage, a little monkey stretch. I don't know why I feel like making noises like, or. What does monkey say? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, good. Over here. Okay, so let's start with, come to the hands. Rub them up. Give yourself a little hand massage. Good. So I'm running through this relatively quickly for time, but I think it's really important to warm up the muscles and the joints. So I always like to start with some kind of massage and loose movement. Good. Other, especially if some of the mornings have been cool, and I can feel it. When I get up sometimes, I'm like, ooh, Beautiful. So we're going to do something special, and I want to make it, it's a little bit of a teaching thing that I'm going to do with you with the shoulders in a moment, but we're going to go to the head first, and this is what I call shampoo, and really dig in. Very messy, mess it up, make it feel good. Breathe as you're doing this. Good. And take your hands and just, with your thumbs on the edge of your skull before it connects with the neck, just give it a little gentle movement. Good. And then take your left hand, your right hand on your shoulder, just give it a gentle stretch. Breathe in and out, just stretch a little bit more. Always gingerly with the neck. And then we'll go the other way. Breathe in and just a little gentle stretch. See what your range of motion is this morning. And a little bit more. Oh, I got a crack. And come back up. Take your hands behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Stretch. Look up. Feel the stretch in your neck. And then just bring your chin into your throat. And come back to neutral. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Just turn your head from side to side. We're going to take the fingers and just massage the jaw. Go under the cheekbones. It's a good time to stick your tongue out if you want, or let it be loose, like, Feel that changes. Good. And then taking your thumbs, just massage under to behind the ears. You're under the chin to behind the ears. And then go to the divot on your neck and just stretch that apart. Stretch it apart, stretch it apart, and then hang. Dig your fingers into your muscles there and just stretch them down, up. So I'd like you to take your left hand, and there we have pectoris minor, the pectoral muscle, and it goes underneath the big major muscle, but it goes from the sternum, and there's going to be a divot. I want you to find a little divot where the collarbone is, and feel it when you raise and lower your arm. Now, take your hand down, and I want you to pull that muscle away, down this way, and try to raise your arm. See, when that muscle is tight, we lose our range of motion. Now stretch, massage the muscle up, and raise your arm. So when our front muscles are tight and our shoulders are rounded, these muscles contract. So stretching this muscle really helps with your range of motion. So I hope you notice that when you're just coming up and down, stretch it up and down. And I hope you notice the difference. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So the muscle isn't in the surface, it's deeper. And then I'm going to go under my shirt. Find this like a little divot. When you move your shoulder, you'll feel it. If you don't feel it, don't worry about it. Now pull the muscle away and try to raise your arm. And now stretch it up. And notice, I hope you notice the difference. I certainly do. Good. So these muscles want to be open and they want to move up. Okay? And the last little teaching thing is on the back of the skull that connects with the shoulder blades. They're called the levator scapular. And what they do is they lift the scapula. So squeeze your shoulders. That muscle there is pulling it up. But when it's tight, we look like Ed Sullivan. Great. So drop it down. And these muscles, we don't want them tight up. We want to massage them down. So a nice thing you could do to yourself is just go from behind the skull towards the shoulder blades. Good. Beautiful. And just bring your hands down. Notice if that made any change in how you're breathing. If you feel more openness. Just to loosen up one more time, we're just going to do one of my favorite poses, the lion. So make your lion claws. Get all lion-y. And you're going to stick your tongue out. Your eyes are going to look to your third eye, and you're going to roar. So take a deep breath in, and again, take a deep breath in, really loud now. And now be a little baby lion. Good. So take your legs out, shake them out, shake them out. Give them a little point and flex. Scrunch them, stretch them. And we're going to come back to that sitting position. Okay, comfortable sitting position. So elevate yourself as needed. We are going to start some asana. So before we do, I want to do a full body isometric. Okay, so take a deep breath in and squeeze, hug every muscle to the bone, your toes, your glutes, your abs. Tight, 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 tight. And let it go with the sound like, ah. 2 more times. Breathe in, squeeze, hug, poon face, and relax. 1 more time. Squeeze and release. Good. Okie dokie. So, bringing your fingertips to the side. I want you to really firmly sit on your sitting bones. Feel the pinky edges of your feet. Just bring your pelvis grounded. Put your hands on the rim, pelvic rim, and let your spine lengthen. Bring your shoulder blades back, your shoulders back, shoulder bones. Shoulder blades are on your back. And just let your head find that place where it's floating. Like lift your upper palate. And you want your palate and your pelvis to be in line. So see if you could do that comfortably. You might be lengthening the back of the neck. Your chin is parallel. Fingertips to the side, arm bones back, heart space open. Take a breath in. Let your arms float up, shoulder height. Bring your fingertips together. Stretch and exhale, showering yourself with that prana, life force. Again, float, light. Inhale, reach, and open. Again, breathe in, really let your breath fill up bottom, middle, top parts of the lungs. Good. And float down. So we're going to start with your right arm. Bring the right arm up. Take a deep breath in and out. Breathe in, come over. Take another breath in. Ground that right sitting bone. And as you exhale, see if you could reach up, stretch in 2 directions, right out from the pelvis. Down and up, dynamic opposition. Coming back up, turn towards your left knee and just come over with a long spine. Press into those sitting bones. And then just drop your chin to your throat and let your arms bend, your elbows bend. And let your head be heavy. Just let yourself sink. So take 3 relaxing breaths, letting your jaw relax, letting your breath be relaxed. Your arm bones can be back, so you're broad in the chest, but just come down and soften. Look forward, push into the floor, come up with a long spine, right hand to the knee, left behind you, long spine, and just give yourself a gentle twist. Take some gentle breaths, bringing the breath into those twisty places. Good, and then just bring your arms around. Big breath in and out. And take this arm, left arm up, press into the sitting bones, stretch that side. Inhale over. Exhale, stretch. Again, big breath, right here. Expand, and exhale again, reach. Coming up tall. Give yourself a gentle twist over the right and come over long. You notice how I'm not rounding over, just hinging at my hip crest, groin. And then when I can't go any further, my chin comes towards my throat. I could walk my hands out and bend and take 3 relaxed breaths here. Just surrender. Forward bends are surrender. No control. And then with your looking forward, bring your hands back, push into the floor to push yourself up, and bring your hands behind you on your fingertips. Push into the floor, open up your heart space. Shoulder blades flat against your back, like wings on your heart. And look forward. Good. And just stretch yourself out. We're going to switch legs. Bring your left in front. We're just going to do that on the other side. And notice if you feel a difference. Okay, so we're going to start with the left hand. Bringing it up, anchor your arm bone. Come over. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, stretch a little bit more. So you're reaching up on a diagonal. Now this time we're going to turn with the arm. Bring it down, walk your hands out. See if you can let your arm bones come back so you're not completely humping the back, right? So you have a little broadness in the chest. And then just soften. So you can bring your head down towards your knee. Soften the elbows. Surrender with 3 breaths. And then look forward, slide the hands back. Give yourself a gentle twist, long spine, tailbone to crown, and just spiral gently around. Take 3 breaths, even shoulders, arm bones back. Good. And then coming around. Stretch the right arm up, anchor that arm bone in the socket, and then stretch from your sitting bone to your fingertips. And come over, inhale over, exhale, stretch. Inhale again, exhale, stretch. Beautiful. Turn, gentle turn, bring your hands down. Notice one side might be different than the other. Maybe you want to loosen your legs a little bit. It's your body. Move it. Accommodate it. So this is a surrender. And this time when you breathe, I don't know if you noticed the first time, watch it, I'm breathing in, my body's lifting, so I want you to pulse. Like those jellyfish, you see them breathing like they're pulsing open, or an amoeba. Soften though. See how much you can soften your jaw. Let your head be heavy. And look forward. And come back up. Bring the hands behind you. Push into the floor. Open up your heart space. Arm bones back. Shoulder blades opening up the heart. You can open and close your lower jaw. Your jaw. Above your teeth, feel the stretch in your neck. Good. And then come forward, stretch out. And move a little bit forward onto your elbows. We're just gonna, do the hip joints. Just give yourself a gentle windshield wipe. Remember, make this a loving practice. Be present. Sometimes it's so easy just to go through the motions. Okay, now we're doing this. But what does it feel like? Notice any sensations. Like now I'm noticing I'm going from one side of my foot to the other. Good. Beautiful. And come over onto, I'll start with rights, your rights today. Just come over. So your elbows under your shoulder, right? Spread the fingers. Your knees are bent, right? And just breathe in, feel the stretch, arm bones back. So watch for a moment. See how I could just collapse. But I want to open up. I want my arm bones back and my heart space open. Good. So we're going to take this foot and we're going to stretch it. Feel your quad. Stretch it. Arm bones back. Now notice you could press your pelvis a little forward. Your tailbone comes under. So I want you to feel it in your thigh. This is a side bow. And now we're going to bring the knee in. So push. We have to ground and push and use whatever's on the floor as our support. Let it be there for you, your foundation. Take your fingertips and see if you can press the heel towards the ceiling. So just press your thigh away from you, your thigh bone, and stretch to the best of your ability. Keep a soft bend in your knee. You don't have to jam it. Be curious. Give it a little pulse. And then just move it a little bit side to side and back and forth. Good. And we're going to come back and do this again. So stretch it, pull it, open your heart space. This is a bow. So your back isn't a curve, it's a back bend too. Pull, pull, pull. Good. One more time. Take a deep breath. Stretch, 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 stretch. Good. And then coming back, I'm going to do that on the other side. Okay? So come onto your other side. Right, bend. Find that position where you feel comfortable. Elbow under my shoulder. Might be a little forward for you. You want to feel a nice stretch here. Okay? Arm bones back, heart space open. If you need something under your hip, please get it. And then we're going to pull. Same thing. You can hold onto your ankle even. Bend your elbow. Start with the bent elbow and stretch it back. Bow a little bit. Breathe. Smile. Fill yourself with breath. Good. And then bring the knee into the chest, towards the shoulder. Hold on. Use your foundation now. Push into the ground to lift you and stretch. Give it a little pulse. Good. Move it a little side to side, back and forth. Good. Feel the thigh bone moving away from you. Press the heel so you feel the stretch in the calf muscle. Good. And then one more time. Give yourself a little stretchy bow. This is a wonderful stretch to support your knees as well. Good. And then last time, upsy daisy. Good. Beautiful. And then coming back, stretch out and shake. Get loose again. Good. So we're going to come into a table pose. Make sure you have room around you. Okay. So if you need something under your knees, please either roll up your mat, or I have a blanket. I can take a blanket as well. Okay? So spreading your fingers, your wrist, center of your wrist in line with your shoulders. Claw the mat. So it's a claw. Your knuckles might be up, but feel your metacarpals. Feel around the base of your hands. And the arch is up, right? You can bring your knees to a comfortable position. And we're going to do some cats and dogs. So this is my dog. Tailbone up, heart space up. So make sure your arm bones are back. And I'll make a nice cat. Round. Yeah. So on your own, just do some gentle cats and dogs. And you can make this your own expression. If you want to roll around and move around. Not that you're an English muffin, but get into the nooks and crannies of your body. Right? Good. See what you feel today. Wow. Good. So I want to do something that I call the cuckoo clock. And I want to make sure I have enough room. If you have a rug, it's best to do it on a floor because you want to be able to move your leg around. So I'm going to fold this up like this, okay? I need to have room because, and I'm going to demonstrate for you, okay? So my body is like this, right? I'm on my big toe. And I'm going to slide my foot around, and it goes to my pinky edge. I'm on the top of my foot, and I'm going to look at my foot. So it's like this. It's a little twist. So you can start with your foot. So you want to slide around the floor. I call this a pedicure killer. I don't have one. So back and forth. And then you can add. So it's a gentle twist and breathe. Just find that space. It's much easier on the floor. Good. Beautiful. And then bringing that back. We could stretch back into an extended child. And come back up. We're going to cuckoo clock on the other side. So, big toe, I'm looking at it. It slides behind me. I go onto the top of my foot, onto my pinky, and I'm looking at it. Okay, so cuckoo clock. Feel that in your waist. Nice stretch for the lower back too, the quadratus lumborum muscle on the side. Lower back, stretch. Stretch and stretch. Good. So separating your knees, you can be in a nice extended child. Just rest for a moment in any comfortable way, because we are going to come up at some point and just do some balance poses and stand a couple of standing poses. So just make your wrists feel good too. And I want to just do a strengthening pose. And this is a pose that it's a dolphin hold, and it really strengthens the body. You might start out, you can't hold it that long. Each time you will see, and all your muscles are engaged. It's great for the abdominals and everything. So we're going to go fingertips to elbows, like that. And then you make a clasp. And I'm going to walk my knees back, and then I'm going to press my heels away. So I'm not sinking. If you look at me, I'm not sinking. My arm bones are back, Heart space is open. I'm pressing through the heels. My crown is reaching. I'm trying to keep my shoulder blades flat against as much as possible. Okay? And just breathe and hold. Press through the heels, press through the crown, and then bring all your energy into center. Hug your arm bones. If you have to come down and come back, please do, but breathe. Good. Rest when you need to. Let's take a few deep breaths. That's something great to do every day, and with the dolphin hold, you're not putting a lot of pressure on your shoulder joints. Okay? So rest for a moment. We're gonna spread the fingers and come back to table. Okay? And you're gonna turn your toes under and come into a dog hold. So you can come into, your heels are up, press your chest, arm bones back. So your arm bones are back. Lift your armpits. Hollow out those armpits. Feel your shoulder blades on your back. You're almost sliding a little open now towards the sides. And breathe. Good. Now walk your dog. One heel down, one knee down. Stretch, 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 and stretch. Clawing the mat. If you need to make fists, if your wrists are tired, please come on to fists. Bring one leg into your midline. Stretch the other leg up and away. Bend the knee and come over. Tadnoryan closeness, PP pose. PP asana. Okay, stretch. You can look under your arm. Push. And then the other side. Up, up, up and away. Bend the knee. Come over. Push with those hands. Arm bones back. Hollow armpits. Good. Back. Knees wide. Take a rest. That's it for our wrists today. Make a sigh. We will have a lovely Shavasana. I want to have time for that. So just gently make your way into a forward fold. Bring your hands to the tops of your thighs. And very slowly come to standing. You want to use your mat, please do. Those who know me, I like to do this. Standing poses, I like the feeling of the floor because it just gives me more connection. But whatever your preference. Okay. So just shake out, loosen up, rub your wrists, whatever you need to do. If you never get that right, let me see, one more time, a little bit up. So you can see. So now shake out. And take your hands on your hips. We're just going to circle around. Soft bend in the knees. Good. And coming to a standing pose. Separating your feet. Feel the four corners, big toe mound, pinky edge, inner and outer heel. Take your hands to your heart and open up your palms. Anchor those arm bones. Feel the thumbs coming back. So we're going to build this from the bottom up. Just hold your hands like that. If they're tired, put them down. So stretching, soft micro bend maybe in the knees. Feel your thigh muscles that we work, drawing up to the groin, calf muscle descending. Neutral pelvis. Tailbone could be a little under, feel the arch in your back. Lift your rib cage off your pelvis. Now feel those arm bones in, coming back, shoulder blades. So I want you to imagine you're standing up against a wall. Just press into that wall to strengthen our back. You are the mountain. It's the mountain. Good. And then shake that out, keeping your alignment, separating your legs. We're going to come into a star. So this time you can bring your palms facing the front, right? Thumbs up, stretch your fingers. So we're a star. We're going to keep our feet parallel for this star. And we're going to anchor the arm bones and stretch up. Woo. Just lift your heels. Be a shooting star. Emanate from your core through the extremities. Good. And come down. Turn your toes out and become a goddess. Stretch. Now feel the stretch. Open up your legs. Feel those inner thigh muscles. Coming back, knees back. Good. Back into your star. Take a deep breath. Our feet are up and out now. And see how much easier your shooting star is now. Reach. Good. Bend the knees back to a goddess. Stretch. You're going to be a goddess lion. Stick out your tongue, roar, look to your third eye. Claws. Big breath in. Last time. Good. Star. So we're going to turn the legs parallel and we're going to do a balance. So I'm going to start, this is your left, okay? So just come up on the toes. When we balance, we want our weight over the leg that you are balancing on. Sometimes we keep our weight here and then we try to lift and it doesn't work. So spread those toes, bring yourself in alignment over that leg, and see if you could be playful and lift your legs. So as far as you can lift for you, just see what your stability is. You have to hold on, please do. So just hold, anchor those bones in the socket, stretch out in 5 extremities, reach, stretch, good, balance. So that's like a shooting star traveling through space. So we're gonna try that on the other side. Okay, bring your weight over, spread those toes, get that foundation. Ground, push, extend up, right? If you want to keep your hands here, that can help get started. And just be playful. Press through that heel. Press, push. Open up your arm bones. Shooting star. Through the galaxy, shine out through your heart. Got it. Come back, one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. So the time flies, and I'd like to make some time for Shavasana so that we can integrate. So coming back down to your mat. If there's any movement you need to do before you come into relaxation, please do. If you want to put on socks or a sweatshirt, if you have a blanket. Okay, just make your way down onto your back. Okay, roll yourself down. Bring your knees into your chest. Bring your arm bones back. Feel the curve. Notice your breath. It might be a little aerobic from that. Just stretch your legs up. Your arms, give yourself a little jiggle. And rotate. Wiggle.
Kick your butt again. See if it's any easier than when you kicked your butt the first time. Okay, we're gonna do a little restorative pose and then we'll come into Shavasana briefly. You could do a Shavasana after class. Would be nice for you too, to just rest for a few minutes. So bring your feet as wide as your mat. This is a mudra, an energy seal, and just hug. Hold your shoulders. So you're gonna do this on your own. You're gonna take 5 relaxed breaths, just settling yourself down. And then you're gonna reverse, do 5 more breaths. And then you'll bring your arms down and just stretch yourself out in any comfortable way. If you need something under your knees, or whatever, okay? So it's gonna go like this. My inner thighs are rotating in, and I'm gonna take 5 breaths. Releasing from this pose, just come into a comfortable lying down position. Scanning your body again, noticing your breath. Let it be free and easy. Relaxing your jaw. Relaxing your shoulders. Just scanning your body, allowing it to just settle into the floor, into your mat. There's nothing to do and nowhere to go except to be in this very moment, present with yourself, allowing your body to integrate. So noticing the quality of your mind. Just connect it with your breath. Your mind strays, just observe it with detachment and just come back to this spacious moment.
And very slowly begin to deepen your breath and wiggle your fingers and toes, circling your ankles and wrists. Just stretch your arms overhead, point your toes, give yourself a full body yawn. Big stretch out from center, reach. Good. And then bringing your arms down to the side, just bend your knees, feet flat on the floor. You're lying down, I'm looking at you, and just separate the legs and just let the legs go from side to side. Nice gentle twist. And if you choose, you can move your head in the opposite direction, giving yourself a gentle spinal twist. Good. And then choosing the side that's best for you, come into a deep C-curve fetal position on your right side. And very gently make your way to a very quiet seated position in a chair or on your mat. Just keep your senses soft. We're going to do a moment of, it's called ocean sounding breath. So breathe in through your nose and then open up your mouth and go. Feel like that ha sound in your throat. So breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, and it's a slight contraction of the glottis. Don't worry if you don't get it right away. This slows the breath down a little bit. It's called ocean sounding breath, Ujjayi breathing. Victorious breath. So just hear the ha sound in your brain, in your body. We're just going to sit, just paying attention. That'll be our meditation on the Ujjayi breath, the ocean sounding breath. If you need to do it with the mouth open, please do. And so we do a 1-minute meditation in a New York minute, okay? So just sit and focus on your victorious ha breath. And slowly bring your hands into prayer position. Bring your thumbs to your heart and just lift up the heart. And we'll seal our practice by chanting the sound of Om. So taking a deep breath in.
Thank you. Namaste.